Hello class, this is my presentation on business communication. These are the keys to effective communication in the workplace. My name is Madison Tillman and I apologize for the sound of my voice. I am having a stint of laryngitis right now, so I appreciate your patience with me. There are a few basics one wants to follow when communicating in the workplace. Communicating effectively is certainly the most effective way to remain productive in the workplace. Communicating is transferring a thought, idea, or emotion to a person. And there are several types a person can communicate. There's verbal communication, oral communication, written communication, and body language. Body language has a lot more impact on a person than some people realize. All of these types of communication are used in the workplace, whether you work remotely or not, because people can hear your attitude over the phone. And the goal is to make sure that your message is being heard. That is the entire goal. You want to be heard effectively. You want to be clear, concise, and to the point. Body language can make more of an impact on a person's day than you typically realize. Body language sends a lot of different messages that may not be meant, and you want to be clear, confident, and to the point. The way that you address a person can convey different messages. When you greet someone, you want to have a relaxed look. You don't want to be uptight. You definitely want to smile, and you want to appear confident. Maintaining eye contact is incredibly important because you want people to know that you have their full and undivided attention. You certainly don't want to get interrupted, and there can be a lot of interruptions in the workplace, whether it's a person's phone ringing or another person walking by, but the person that you're speaking to or listening to should have your undivided attention. And using clear, concise sentences is the best way to get your point across effectively and the best way to be heard and to be remembered. Nowadays, most things are digital, so sending written messages, maybe through the means of technology, is very common these days. Writing clear, concise, straightforward messages are the most likely way to have them read and remembered. Using short messages with effective vocabulary will convey sentences much easier than long, drawn out, fragmented sentences. Always having a formal, friendly tone is the best way to operate when you're in a business setting. And also, you want to remain professional. Talking about personal things can wait until you're outside of the office. And you also should let them know how to contact you. If you're sending them an email, perhaps getting a message back through text is the best way to let them know to contact you. And you just want to let them know the best way to contact you and when you'll be available in a written message. One of the most important types of communication is business to consumer communication. And the best way to be an effective listener and an effective employee is to talk less. The customer is the most important thing, and the customer is the reason a company has a business. So an employee should always listen to a customer's concern, thought, or feeling. It's very important not to interrupt and to let the customer get their full thought out. The best way to make sure that the customer is satisfied is to find a solution. If you're unable to find a solution and maybe it's out of your reach, the best thing to do is to contact upper management or to ask another employee if they have any information or suggestions on how to handle the situation. Another way to communicate effectively in the workplace is to have situational awareness. You should always be aware of your audience in order to know how to communicate effectively with them. You may be dealing with other cultures, thoughts, beliefs, or ideas, and you always want to be respectful of the other ideas or traditions that others have. It's also an excellent opportunity to learn from others. Sometimes you don't have to be the loudest person in the room in order to be the most respected.